Hello, ladies and gentlemen in crypto. Today, I woke up, and I woke up a little bit more excited than usual. And you know why that is? It's because I saw nothing. And honestly, seeing nothing is actually one of the best things when it comes to crypto. And I'm not talking about like stabbing your eye out or something. I'm talking about seeing the markets not move. Because generally speaking, we all know the bull market is here and is here to stay. So it's mostly just a matter of being able to buy enough coins before it pops off. And so the moment you look at it and you see only 40% up everywhere, it's not a good day. And I'd say this thinking process that I just described to you guys is what a lot of these massive funds are also having. Their thinking process is probably similar along the lines of, well, we'd rather buy now that things are not popping off like crazy, flying to the moon and everybody wants it. Talking about retail there. We buy it when things are kind of not really going anywhere. And I think they might also play a role in controlling the buzz and hype, as it takes some time to move all your funds to Bitcoin/cryptos. And I think also that's one of the main reasons Ethereum hasn't popped off yet, because the ETFs, they're close, but I think a lot of funds are not ready for Ethereum to be known yet. Bitcoin and Ethereum funds see surge in inflows ahead of the Ethereum spot ETFs trading. They all know, everybody's buying into it. It's only the retail that sometimes think, maybe I shouldn't buy into Ethereum. Simple story is, anybody buying Ethereum at this point is in a really, really good spot, in my opinion. Anyway, so if we all know the play right now, for the most part, is Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's next? And I keep referring back to NVIDIA that right now is breaking so many records. And from that perspective, ladies and gentlemen, I keep saying, as long as AI keeps pulling through in the NVIDIA way, AI coins have a very, very good shot at making a massive move. And so I think about this though in two ways. I mean, if we all know Bitcoin is going to absolutely pop off, and it just makes sense from every angle, I don't think I need to even show you this video. I think we all agree on that. Then one of the bigger questions becomes, why will we see another massive spike in altcoins? Why will we see another massive interest spike in the crypto market besides ETFs? And Rookie, for example, says, I don't think people are prepared and positioned accordingly for the melt up that's going to happen across all risk on markets soon. It'll be the purest form of markets can remain irrational longer than you can stay solvent. I feel it in my steel blasts. The DXY is not going to do well. Rates are going to be cut across all central banks. Crypto is going to be the main talking point for US elections, with Bacon also saying quiet times should always be used to build up your positions, ready for when the markets rip. Don't let it go to waste. However, I see that two sides, because on the one hand, I'm thinking, well, if that's the case, then are AI coins really in our best interest? Because many of them, I think, have some sort of correlation with, the main traditional stock markets, since AI is mostly still based in all that. But I do also wonder how AI is going to fare with a general market crash of sorts. Because on the one hand, it's really necessary technology for everything. On the opposite end, since it's a little bit further away from most people's day-to-day lives, it's more theoretical. I mean, you use AI a lot without knowing it, but I'm just saying, if you think, which companies are really there and that are necessary for your day-to-day thing, I don't think many people think of any AI companies or NVIDIA. They probably would earlier pick something like Amazon, that is quote-unquote necessary. Anyway, besides the point, you gotta know, there are still very many very interesting and exciting projects that I'm getting into right now to basically prepare for the bigger bull market, right? One of them is Carve. Now, I've told you guys before how buying nodes can be a really good way to diversify crypto holdings and get a lot of tokens in the process. It's not always the case that it's smart, but in some scenarios, it is extremely wise. And in this case here, we've got Carve. But anyway, this one I think is a pretty easy no-brainer. Modular data layer for gaming and AI. They basically got themselves the modular buzzword, gaming and AI, which is smart in a phase like this. Backed by all the major guys, OKX, Consensus, Tribe Capital, just a lot of the names you'd like to hear. And how it basically works with these nodes is, instead of just buying a token once, it's like buying Bitcoin miners in a certain way, that you get tokens over time. And usually the idea is that it's worth a lot more than just buying the token. You understand, I think. And so the one for Carve, right now they've got the whitelist sale, but tomorrow is going to start the public sale. But again, I can sit here for a day explaining it, but it's very simple. If you've ever bought nodes before, it's just like that. You buy the license, You run it and you get tokens, you get your rewards. And again, it's like with almost any other network, you help the network out. But for the most part, the way I see it is you make more money in the long run by having nodes. You make more money in the long run by having the Bitcoin miners than Bitcoin if the general trajectory for Bitcoin is also upwards. But let's say you were able to do that at the start for Bitcoin, usually it's a really good idea. But anyway, just check them out. Carve Official over on Twitter. It's worth a look because I do believe it will do well. But those are just potentially my biases because I put my own money into it. So do with this information as you please. No, I'm not trying to pump my own back, but I do believe it will do well. I don't think telling you guys about it will make any difference in terms of the price, but I do believe it could be a good opportunity, which is why I'm sharing it with people as I'm getting into it right now. On a side, I've also been looking at many of these XRP articles. Ripple's XRP price rocket to $10, looking likely in this scenario amid $3 trillion XRP market outlook. And I'll remind you of the thesis I described yesterday, which is most coins will do really, really well in a bull market. Right now, all we gotta do is just mostly mentally, but also partially by buying the right coins, prepare ourselves for that moment to kick in. The moment it kicks in, you'll regret that you didn't prepare better before. I had a discussion, I think about 2 hours ago, maybe 3 hours ago or so, with another very interesting crypto guy. And the discussion concluded along the lines of, what most friends tell you that are not into crypto to buy will all go to garbage. Most of the time in a bull run, it just does well what makes sense to do well. And you don't have to really overthink it too much. What I mean with that is your AI coins, your gaming coins, your meme coins, and everything that's hot right now usually stays hot. And if the narrative shifts, if you're in crypto, you know it. It's just that people outside of crypto think, oh, this makes sense, so it'll probably do well. Gaming, for example, let's be honest here. Previous cycle, it was one of the best investments to place. This cycle, nothing in the gaming sector has done well yet. And I'm a man of honesty in the sense that I say, I wouldn't necessarily go for game-related focused projects in this market. Perhaps soon, in a few months, things will change because it has a neck to do well. It just makes sense for it to do well. But not now. It's not where my focus is. The focus is where everybody else is putting the focus because that just works. You don't have to go for a crazy investment strategy. Again, we're not looking to go from $1 to 70 billion. We're looking to do really well, better than the average Joe, better than most people who spend some time in crypto. We want to do it as well as the effort we put in. And I think if you're watching these videos, that bar should be pretty high. But I think you'll, without you even knowing it fully, do so much better by just taking it easy and going for the narratives that are hot. That's all you got to focus on. Again, you don't have to buy in fully just quite yet. You've got some time for that, but you should focus and narrow down what you think is wise to go for once it starts going. And again, in my opinion, it's always wise on Bybit, for example, to get yourself a Bitcoin or Ethereum long open. Some people, they swear by hedged short positions to just, if you've got a, let's say a $1,000 crypto portfolio, you also have put $10 into a 10x leverage short, or perhaps $100 into a 5x leverage short, whatever, to compensate for your losses if the crypto market moves down. Not really a very big fan of that personally in this type of market, because again, even though there is a slight chance of us moving back to 50, I do see the very, very, very much higher likelihood of us just keep pushing it through towards an all-time high, towards further and further. So for the most part, that's also what I'm banking on. But yeah, that's about it.